Sorry everyone. No, I just wanted to say from everyone here at Lions and the boys and at Gloucester Rugby, we just want to pass on our condolences to Jack Adams and his family and his friends. It's really sad news.
Sorry about that, James. You can go after that, mate. Sorry.
No, that's far more important. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chris.
No worries.
I was just going to ask you, Chris, so far, can you give us an idea of what you've done since coming into camp and how it's gone?
Yes, look, we've only had one full day here. We got here sort of late afternoon last night. Not a lot happened last night. It was just a bit of food, bit of suit fitting with TM Lewin, which was nice. And then today was our first proper day, and we had a few meetings this morning and a bit of gym and a bit of skills. And then this afternoon was our first proper rugby session, and that was really tough. Obviously the weather, I think it was 27 degrees here, sun shining, so that made it enjoyable, but also made it real difficult.
This camp and obviously the whole tour will be taking place amidst the backdrop of COVID. Have you guys talked about your responsibilities, but also how you handle the restrictions and everything that lies ahead?
Yeah, it was set out real early before we got together. We have to wear our masks and everything like that. So look, we're all aware of how vigilant we have to be and how strict we need to be, and we need to call each other out if anyone's not sort of following the protocols, because it's really important that we do, because we can't risk someone catching it and risk it spreading.
Has that been emphasised to you, the importance of, as you say, calling people out, but also just maintaining that discipline?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like as I said, that was set out before we got together. Like, it is really important, and everyone here is aware of that.
And it looks like over here the restrictions will remain in place for a bit longer than we originally thought, which will impact on that game at Murrayfield against Japan. I just wonder, from your point of view, any disappointment that it might not be as full a house as you'd hope?
Yeah, look, that'll be a real shame. It will be a shame, because having all the fans back would have been really special. But ultimately, the safety of everyone is really important. And if that means there is a reduction in fans, then that's just unfortunate, and that has to be abided to. But like as I say, to have, I think it was originally 16,000, wasn't it, at Murrayfield? That would have been really incredible. But to get any fans there will be brilliant. But for those that couldn't make it, we hope we can get the support from home.
And from your point of view, has it taken any gloss off of what is an incredible achievement? And the Lions, I know it's about fans, but does it take anything away from it?
Look, to be selected for the Lions, no matter what the situation is a pretty special moment. It's every rugby player's dream, and that's a dream that's come true for me. And I'm looking forward to getting stuck into the coming weeks and coming games when I get my opportunity. But it's just a real honour for me, for my family, and all my friends that have sent the support.
And the Euros are taking place. There's an interesting game on Friday between England and Scotland. Josh Adams didn't seem too bothered about that one. But, how are you guys going to watch it, celebrate it? It might help with the team bonding, eh?
No, definitely it'll be on in the team room, no doubt. The Scotland game was on in the team room this afternoon. It was an unfortunate loss, but hopefully there'll be a bounce back next week. But yeah, I think that it'll definitely. I think all the football will be on in the team room when possible. So yeah, there'll definitely be boys that are into football that'll be down watching that.
Might it help the fact you can't go out and leave your bubble? The fact that it's taking place and provides an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that's put on that we can do together, given the restrictions. But look, we are a bubble, and there are things as a bubble that we are allowed to do on the days off, whether it's golf or heading down to the beach. I mean, it will be a strict bubble, but at least there's something that we can do as a group, because it is important that we get that bonding opportunity.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for chatting with us.
Cheers, mate.
Okay.
Cheers.
Hi, Chris. It's Nick Heath here from TalkSport.
Hi, Nick.
Just talking about going back to selection. I say this with entire respect, but I didn't see a lot of lists before selection was made on which you featured, and I wondered before you found out you were on a short list whether you were sort of on your own list.
Well, I don't know. I'm just delighted to be selected, and it is an honour. Like if I wasn't on other people's list, then that's fine. But ultimately, I've been given this opportunity, and it's an opportunity that I'm gonna grasp and do all I can to prove my worth.
And when you received the shortlist notification, you didn't tell your teammates, did you? Many people have seen the footage of you being mobbed when you found out as the alphabet ticked to H. What was that like?
Look, that was a really special moment. It was a moment that was that I was able to enjoy with some friends, and it's a moment that I will never forget. I wouldn't forget it anyway, but to have the boys around me and jumping on me, it was it was special.
Most Scots in the squad for 32 years after a Six Nations campaign, beating England, Italy, France, just losses of 1 and 3 points against the other two. I mean, is this the perfect reflection on Scottish rugby as well, to have this much representation?
Yeah, I think so. We've obviously had a good campaign in terms of performance. I think we put in some good results, and we really showed that we're a competitive side, and I think that's reflected in how many boys that have been picked for this year's Lions squad.
What are your first memories of the British and Irish Lions, perhaps tuning in to watch tours gone by?
Look, like you look and you just sort of like watch it and think, God, imagine being involved in that. That would be unbelievable. And now I'm here. It's just like it's just a pretty crazy moment.
Are there any particular players, moments from previous games, tries scored that live long in the memory from previous tours that you've watched?
Oh, I used to love watching Jason Robinson. He was I used to be a bit of a fan of Sale, because my stepdad used to take me down, watch games, and I used to watch Jason Robinson a lot, and he was a brilliant player. So look, he was quality, and look, like it's just crazy to be here.
And the last one from me. You faced South Africa once off the bench yourself in 2018 for Scotland.
Yeah.
Some other chap was on the bench that day for the Springboks in Colby. How much are you looking forward to the challenge of playing South Africa and the sorts of players like that?
Oh, yeah, that was we actually swapped shirts, Ches and Kobe and I. I was packing my house up when I came across it, and I remembered it. So it was it's quite cool that I could be out there and potentially playing against him again. I think it was his 5th cap, and it was one of my first caps. So yeah, it's a pretty cool moment. And look, like they've got a brilliant squad, and it is going to be a big challenge. But it's a challenge that we're going to really take on board.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Hey Chris, how are you?
Hi mate. Sorry, I was having a drink.
Good, all good. Listen, I was just wondering about, Nick was mentioning the fact that like the lists that everybody's making up beforehand. Bundy Aki was another guy that surprised a few people that was on there. Are you looking forward to kind of linking up with him? You've had a day training with him already today.
Yeah, look, like he's one of many players that I'm looking forward to getting to know more and playing with. He's obviously a quality player himself, and he's been training really well today as well. So look, it's early days, but there'll be plenty more opportunities to come, I'm sure.
And you just you started off before we got going there with the state about Jack Adams. So like what we've seen in the football over the weekend with Christian Eriksen and with Jack kind of passing on as well. Like it just goes to show just kind of like how fragile it can kind of be as well. And I suppose, have you had a chance to kind of be in touch with anyone from the club about that over the past few days?
Yeah, there's been a bit of fundraising going on back at the club, so look, everyone was behind it and is behind it. So look, it's incredibly sad news, and I do pass on, as I've already said, I do pass on our deepest sympathies to Jack's family and loved ones, as does the rest of the Lions and Gloucester, and Christian Eriksen. Obviously, look, that was hard to watch. I was watching it at the time, but we've got to trust that everyone here is trained. We have cardiac screening, and we are in the best possible position if that was to happen. Obviously, nobody wants it to happen, but you're in a good place if it does.
Cheers, Chris.
Thanks,
Brilliant.
mate.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Good meet.